Alright, what's going on, guys? gdoggcasey here, bringing you another StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm cast. This time we are featuring our Red Terran up in the top left corner of Coda. He is the hero, featuring Team Xel'Naga, or representing Team Xel'Naga. He is Hell. And it's actually Team Amon's Rejects. Amon's Rejects. Now, there's a lot of observer talk going on here. I will explain that in a second. His opponent, the villain for this match, the Yellow Terran player, which makes it hard for me to call him a villain because I love this color. He is eDxX, representing Team Ascension. Seen a lot of Team Ascension around. I think they're a really big team. Okay, so we got a TVT here. And let me get the quick spiel out. If you want me to cast your replays, guys, make sure to send me an email at gdoggcasey, SC2 @gmail.com, and I'll get right to it as soon as I can. I have quite a big bank of replays, and a lot of them are from replay packs that people have sent me. So I'm trying to, the people who only send me one replay, I'm trying to kind of get them casted first because the other guys have already had a chance to be featured. Doesn't mean if you sent me a pack, doesn't mean I'm not getting to those other replays. I'm definitely going to. It's a bit of a struggle to figure out like what order I'm going to cast everything in. But anyway, we're going to try our best to ignore a lot of this observer talk. But basically, what's happened here was there was a bit of an all-kill tournament, and I don't know all the details, but this player up here, our hero Hell, basically has. It was like a first to 4 or something like that, or best of 7 all kill, and Hell won his first 3 games. He's basically on the verge of all killing Team Ascension, which is quite the feat. Now this is this is the game where if Hell wins it, he wins it for his whole team, and he's a Diamond Terran player going up against a Master Terran player, so he's got a bit of an uphill battle to climb as he gets a little bit of a scout off with this SCV. And yeah, there's tons of observer chat going on here, so I'm just going to do my best to ignore it. It's not that I don't have anything against it, but I don't want to get too distracted here while I cast the game. So, TVT. the matchup that I used to absolutely hate, just because I just didn't know the game very well. Now I really do enjoy the matchup. It's just that, as a Zerg player, TVT, I guess you can say PvP as well, but it's the matchup that I've played the least, the matchup that I know the least about. So when I end up casting these kind of games, occasionally I get a little bit, I feel like I'm not doing as good a job as I do maybe with some other matchups, but the only way to fix that is to really continue to cast over and over again. So we'll, that's what we're going to do. So, factory finishing up at a pretty good time for both players here, pretty much right away. Hell going for the Widow Mines. I think that's a little bit more of a defensive play. Unless he's going to use them for some drops later, which is possible. We see the starport coming down. A little bit later than eDxX, though. But with these Hellions coming out here, Hellions are pretty good in TVT. I've seen them quite a bit. Really good at just kind of poking up the ramp. But because we have a wall here, it's going to be kind of hard for eDxX to really get up in there with those Hellions, and these Widow Mines are going to be pretty good. Catch a Reaper trying to jump up, catch a Wayward Banshee flying in, anything like that. Meanwhile, defending the ramp with these Marines, so looking pretty good. And it's basically going to come down to which player is going to feel safe enough to expand first, and that's basically going to determine sort of what's going to be happening in our mid game here. Marines going out to catch that Hellion, nicely done. Catches eDxX with his pants down a little bit, wasn't quite paying attention, so he loses that Reaper. But he doesn't care, he's going to go ahead and drop that expansion, and it looks like Hell is going to be planning a little bit of a move out with these Marines. I'm not sure about that. He's going to be, maybe he's just trying to get a little bit of map control, but we see a drop loading up here for eDxX, and these Marines moving out are basically just moving out of position. That Widow Mine's not even here anymore. Looks like he's going to try a counter group, or see, I read that and I said counter group. That's how dumb I can be sometimes. But a counter drop is going to be moving out here, and that means that eDxX is going to be hitting first. There's no Widow Mines in place to defend this, and no Widow Mines producing either. It's just going to have these Hellions and Marines basically to defend against this drop. But it's actually just going to be an attack up the main ramp here. The wall is actually down right now, so these SCVs supply depots going to be taking a lot of fire. In comes Hell's medevac on top of the mineral line. This missile turret is not finished yet. Widowmine going to try to find a nice spot to burrow. The Marines are all going down to SCVs. This could be a gigantic hit on the Widowmine. Oh my god, that was 6 kills. Look at how low these guys are. That could have been like 25 kills if there was just a little a little bit more damage on that Widowmine. Meanwhile, over here, really no damage happening as eDxX picks up and moves all the way back home, which isn't really going to help him out too much because by the time he gets back, this drop is going to be completely dealt with, and this medevac is almost dead. I still can't believe that Widowmine. That was just insane. That could have been so much more, and even more SCVs going down now. Finally, things are going to get cleaned up. And in comes the drop for eDxX. Going to try to get a little bit more damage done, but Hell is playing really well, keeping some units back here for defense, and he's been taking minimal damage. And wow, that's really the GG already. All right, well, okay, so that was a bit of a quick one. Very nice Widowmine shots from Hell. Now I'll explain a little bit more since that was so quick. I think it was Silence actually who sent me all the replays. He sent me the entire all kill, which would have been pretty cool if we you know, if we started right from the beginning. I'm really hesitant on doing that kind of thing right now, where I cast like a series or, you know, an all kill or something like that, because of the fact that I don't know if I can commit to casting like 4 games in a row of one player. Well, meanwhile other players are waiting patiently to have their games casted. So I decided to just do the final one. We could have missed out on some really good games. I mean, most games that I've been casting have been really good anyway, so I'm willing to take that hit. This was a great game. This, by the way, the Diamond Hell player taking out the Master player and winning the all kill for his team based on that one drop. That was just insane. I mean, look, he has six workers. I didn't even realize that that's all he had. So yeah, just how many workers were killed? 21 overall. Really well done from Hell. But yeah, Silence and Hell, I do apologize. I didn't cast all of the all-kill games. I'm not quite ready to commit to that yet. Doesn't mean that I won't in the future. And if you want to send me series like that, you know, I'll keep them. Most of the time I'm just going to cast the final game, though, just to sort of get the results. But anyway, thanks very much for that replay. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Really brilliant display of early game TVT before an expansion even goes down. Really well done. So if you want me to cast your replays, once again, send me an email at gdoggcasey sc2@gmail.com. Be happy to cast those replays for you. If you have anything to say to me, leave a comment in the comment section below. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.